Imagine that crisp Palo Alto morning, the kind where the fog clings to the redwoods like a secret it refuses to let go. I'm in my home office, the one with floor-to-ceiling windows framing the glittering sprawl of Silicon Valley below. When the security chime pierces the quiet. On the monitor, there they are, my so-called family, huddled at the iron gates of my $20 million estate like ghosts from a life I'd long since buried. Their faces, etched with a cocktail of regret and raw need, stare up at the cameras. They don't know I'm watching, zooming in on every twitch, every whispered exchange. 12 years of silence. And now this. My name is Elena Hayes, and at 36, I've clawed my way to the helm of Nexus Shield, a cybersecurity juggernaut worth billions, safeguarding Fortune 500 secrets across 4 continents. But in that moment, staring at the feed, success feels like ash in my mouth. The past isn't dead, it's parked in my driveway in a beat-up rental SUV. I steady my breath, fingers trembling on the mouse. There stands William and Patricia Hayes, parents in name only. Their postures bent by age and whatever desperation dragged them from Chicago to my doorstep. Behind them, my brother Nathan, once the family's shining star, now slouched and defeated, his tie askew like he dressed in the dark. And Sophia, my sister, gripping her knockoff handbag like it's the last thread of her dignity, her makeup failing to hide the hollow desperation in her eyes. 12 years since they cut me loose, declaring me no longer their burden. 12 years of ignored milestones, my MIT graduation, my first patent, the day Nexus went public. And here they are, gawking at my modernist fortress. The one architectural digest called the Fortress of Tech's Unsung Warrior. I watch them murmur. Sophia glancing nervously at the cameras, probably wondering if anyone's home. Oh, I'm home. And I've been ready for this reckoning longer than they know. My assistant, Carla, buzzes the intercom. MS. Hayes. Visitors at the gate. Unannounced. Shall I send them away? Her voice is crisp. Protective, she knows fragments of my history. Enough to sense the storm brewing. No, I reply, my tone steadier than the knot in my gut. Give me a moment. As she clicks off, I rise and pace to the window. The valley unfolding below like a map of conquests. I've fought for every inch of this view. Built it from the ruins they left me in. The intercom crackles again. Elena? Honey, it's us. We drove all night. Please, let us in. Patricia's voice, frail now, laced with a false warmth that twists like a knife. Honey. She hasn't called me that since I was 8. The day she skipped my school play to cheer Nathan's Little League game. I press the button. My voice ice. The Elena you remember doesn't exist anymore. Silence stretches. Then William's baritone, pleading beneath the old authority. Come on, kid. We've come so far. Just hear us out. Hear them out? After a decade plus of radio silence, I think of grandmother Lydia's funeral. The will reading that shattered everything, exposing their lies. My phone vibrates, a text from Marcus Vale, my first backer and the brother I chose. Security pinged me. You good? Want me to swing by? A faint smile cracks my facade. This is my family now, Marcus. Dr. Helena Grant, who mentored me through the trenches. My team of 500 who turned my code into an empire. Not these strangers at my gate, fidgeting under the California sun they clearly despise. Curiosity wins out, laced with something darker, a need to confront the shadows they've cast. I smooth my tailored blazer, the one from my first 8-figure deal, and descend the spiral staircase. The walk to the gate feels eternal, each step dredging up ghosts. Patricia praising Sophia's ballet over my science fair win. William coaching Nathan on stocks while dismissing my questions as kid stuff. Family photos where I'm always on the edge. Half cropped out. As I near, they spot me. Faces lighting with greedy hope. But it's not reunion joy, it's the hunger of opportunists. I halt inside the bars. The metal of fitting barrier. You've got 5 minutes, I say. Voice flat. Make it count. Back in the Chicago suburbs. Our Hayes home was the envy of Oak Park, a stately Victorian with emerald lawns and holiday lights that won neighborhood awards. William, a top accountant at a Big Four firm, brought home the prestige. Patricia, a beloved high school counselor, was the community's heart. We hosted block parties, volunteered at food drives, the picture of Midwestern wholesomeness. But inside those walls, I was a shadow, fading into the wallpaper. Nathan, 7 years my senior, was the prodigy, debate champion, valedictorian, the heir apparent. His awards crowded the bookshelves, his Ivy League acceptance sparked a block-wide bash. Sophia, 5 years older, was the darling, piano virtuoso, homecoming queen, with a smile that lit rooms. Her room overflowed with trophies, her weekends filled with recitals they never missed. Me? I learned young that my light was dimmer in their eyes. Straight A's earned a pat on the back before they dove into Nathan's college essays. Winning the regional coding contest at 13, they skipped the ceremony for Sophia's talent show. You're so self-sufficient, Elena, they'd say. Like it was praise, not an excuse for neglect. I remember my 14th birthday like a scar. I'd hoped for a quiet dinner, maybe tickets to a tech exhibit. Instead, the house was empty, Patricia out shopping for Sophia's prom dress, William at Nathan's track meet. I microwaved leftovers alone. The only call from grandmother Lydia, her voice warm with the love they withheld. Happy birthday, my bright star, she sang, sensing the emptiness without me saying a word. The barbs were relentless. Why can't you be outgoing like Sophia? Nathan never complains like this. Every meal exalted their triumphs while I sat mute. An afterthought unless I erred. Robotics club? They forgot the dues. Math Olympiad? I biked there alone while they shuttled Sophia to auditions. The gaslighting stung deepest, questioned the unfairness. And I was overdramatic, selfish, ungrateful for our sacrifices. But code became my refuge, logical, impartial, rewarding effort without favoritism. Teachers noticed, Mr. Klein in AP Comp Sci pulled me aside after I aced a project on encryption. Everything okay at home? Elena? You seem exhausted. I shrugged it off, admitting the truth felt like weakness. By high school end, I'd armored myself against their indifference. MIT full ride? I didn't mention it at dinner. Overshadowed by Nathan's law school news and Sophia's engagement. The night before leaving, Lydia visited, her frail hands clasping mine. You're destined for greatness, Elena. Don't let their blindness dim you. She saw the erosion, the quiet agony of being unloved, unseen, questioned into non-existence. I left with a backpack and no goodbyes. They were too busy with Sophia's bridal shower to notice. MIT was liberation, intellect reigned. Ideas mattered. I dove into AI security, starving for validation. Professors praised my algorithms. Peers collaborated without judgment. For once, I breathed. Then the 3 a.m. call, Lydia gone. Heart failure in her sleep. I flew back, numb, to a packed chapel. She was beloved. Her warmth legendary. At the will reading in a drab downtown office. The family assembled, Nathan with his fiancée, Sophia glowing pregnant, parents polished in grief. I expected zilch. Lydia had donated most to causes. But the lawyer fixed on me, to Elena Hayes. My sapphire brooch. A family heirloom through generations. And this letter. Gasps rippled. The brooch, valued at $60,000, was Sophia's dream. She'd borrowed it for events. Impossible, Patricia snapped. The letter. Read aloud, my Elena. You've been kept in the dark about your origins. You're not their biological child born to my son's friend who died in labor. No kin to claim you. William and Patricia adopted you, but treated you as a duty, not a daughter, favoring their own while you scraped for crumbs. I've regretted not intervening. This brooch is yours, for your spirit embodies our legacy, resilient, brilliant, compassionate against odds. Forge your own path, you're worthy. The room imploded. Sophia sneered. So she's not even real family and gets the heirloom? Nathan glared. William silenced them. But the venom lingered. I stood. Voice breaking. You took in an orphan and made her feel like trash? Patricia, we provided everything. Bare minimum, I shot back. While you adored your real kids. Accusations flew, dramatic. Ungrateful. I grabbed the brooch. I'm done. Consider me the orphan I always was. I walked out with $8,000 from Lydia's savings. The brooch, her final embrace. Validation that someone had cherished me. San Francisco swallowed me whole, foggy. Unforgiving. Full of promise. One duffel. $8,000. Brooch tucked safe. My first crash pad, a 250-square-foot hole in the Mission. Shared bath. Roaches for company. Rent devoured half my cash. I slung coffee at Code Brew. A startup hub. Tips from coders funding my nights at the keyboard. Days, lattes for dreamers. Nights, self-taught hacking. Neural nets. Behavioral AI. Hackathons my therapy. Sleep a luxury. 7 months in. Broke and bone-tired. I volunteered at a DEF CON offshoot for free entry. In the crowd, a sharp-eyed woman in her 50s sat beside me, Dr. Helena Grant. Berkeley legend. Ex-DARPA. Your breach simulation last night? Genius bypass. Over dim sum. I spilled my vision. Passwords are relics. What if security learned you keystrokes? Gestures. Habits, seamless. Unbreakable? Her eyes sparked. Prototype it. 1 month. I quit the cafe. Lived on rice and resolve. Coded feverishly. The demo worked, clunky but revolutionary. Helena called Marcus Vale. VC Wunderkind. In his sleek office. He grilled me. Then, $400,000 for 15%. Conditions, Helena advises. Ditch the Roach Motel. Build a team. Nexus Shield launched in a rented warehouse in Oakland. Hired 3 misfits from hack circles. We slaved 20-hour days. Year 1, rejections piled up. One tiny fintech bit, $60K contract. We over-delivered. Referrals snowballed. By year 3, for 100 clients. The pivot, a mega bank hack exposed flaws. They hired us for $15 million. In our new HQ. Team erupting in cheers. Helena whispered. Lydia's smiling. I touched the hidden brooch. We all are. 10 years on. Nexus was untouchable, 45% market share in fintech security. DoD contracts. Acquisitions turned down flat. My Atherton estate, glass marvel on 4 acres. Garage with electric hypercars. But wealth's shadow, trust eroded. Relationships transactional. Isolation crept. Different from childhood's void now. People saw the empire. Not the scars. Helena became my anchor, weekly brunches. Forcing self-care. Marcus and his family, holidays at my place. His son dubbing me Aunt E and begging code lessons. My C-suite, loyal from the warehouse days. Now wealthy on equity. The Nexus Foundation, 6% profits to STEM for at-risk youth. Boot camps in foster homes. Jobs for abuse survivors. 400 lives transformed last year. Privately, I funded escapes for kids like me, scholarships via counselors. No strings. No spotlight. Success screamed loud, IPO at $3 billion. TED Talks. Time's most influential. They must have seen Sophia on TikTok. Nathan in finance. But crickets until now. Their SUV sullying my drive. In my office. Amid plaques and team photos. Worlds collide. Desk drawer holds that old family pic, me sidelined. Faking a smile. That girl fueled this, all from pain turned purpose. 5 minutes at the gate, Patricia pleads. We've regretted everything. Elena. Let's heal. William. Family's more than blood. But Sophia cracks. We're broke. Dad's firm tanked. Nathan's jobless. My custody battle's draining me. Truth spills. For $1 million plea for a family venture. Nathan. Shares in Nexus for the kids, your nieces. Nephews. I laugh. Bitter. You want my empire's pieces after discarding me? Emails surface. I'd legally obtained them via old connections. Approach Elena when we're desperate, one reads. Hurt flares. But I hold firm. 24 hours. Think on what family means. They return next day, I usher them in. Their awe at my opulence palpable. Slideshow. Their joyous years sans me weddings. Births. Mine. Solo struggles. Ramen-fueled nights. You chose exclusion. Decision. No cash. No investment. But trust for the grandkids' tuition. Stipends. Managed by my firm. Conditions. GPAs. Internships. Volunteering. To teach what you never did, empathy. Grit. Outrage. Cruel. No, I counter. Justice. You left me destitute. Now face yours with your real family. One more. Launching Aegis Rise. AI for bankrupt firms dooming their plan. Poetic. Isn't it? You abandon my low, I thrive at yours. They leave broken. Sophia's parting shot. You'll die alone. But peace settles as texts flood from my chosen kin. An email from Sophia's daughter. Mia, Aunt Elena. I presented on you in class as my hero. Survivor. Can we connect? Tears come. Yes. Start with AI workshops. Bring cousins. Garden sunset. Brooch gleaming. Lydia's words echo. I've built family, Helena. Marcus. Team. Foundation kids. Now nieces. Forbes tomorrow. Share the scars. Inspire the unseen. Peace. Finally, empire from ashes. Mercy over vengeance. Choice over blood. The disowned had risen. The betrayers begged. And I'd chosen light.